2020 has been a trash meteor. Planning your vote, if you haven't voted, shouldn't be. So let's calmly visualize your 2020 vote. Let's take a deep breath. Picture yourself registering. Maybe you already have. See yourself requesting a ballot early as due in the mountains. Or envision your polling site, a middle school cafeteria with some bologna in the air. The line will be long, but you go prepared. So let's begin your voting journey with Levitate, the podcast, with me, your host, Albert Xavier. Hey everyone, welcome to my podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, the whole nine. This episode, I'm going to dedicate it to America, who prepares themselves for the big day. For those who haven't voted and can't decide, I want to dedicate this to you. So I wanted to share a conversation of a dad and a son. Dad's like 50, son's like 9, kid is watching all this crazy stuff going on TV. Mom is watching CNN, dad is watching MSNBC, and he's like in the middle of this, just trying to figure out why is there so much madness in 2020. So he asked, hey dad, how can you travel back in time? And I told him, well, there's two ways you can achieve this. There's an easy way and there's a hard way. And he looked at me and said, well, why don't you tell me what the hard way is? Well, the first is complicated because it involves allowing your bureaucracy to fall 10 years behind your technology. And then you'd have to allow your philosophy to fall 10 years behind your hypocrisy. And then to top it all off, you have to allow humility to be crushed by audacity. And then he just looks at me and says, how does all this happen? I said, that is exactly what makes the answer so complicated, because it requires a whole bunch of very, very old people clinging to power, whether it's in your town or your state or in your governments. And, by clinging onto that power, they're denying their responsibility to pass the torch of leadership to the relevant generation, though they're incapable of giving up their positions. So then my kid goes, whoa. So how do they get this power? I said, well, we elect them. We either elect them and then, idiotically we re-elect them. And then several times it just keeps on going for decades. He looks all confused and frustrated and asked me, what's the easier way to go back in time? So I told him the easiest way to go back in time is to repeat your mistakes. And let me tell you something. We are living in the past because we keep allowing people whose service has been appreciated and chronicled for all time to continue unfeathered and undeterred and uncontrolled. So we need term limits. We need a national vote of confidence with severe consequences to our elected officials. We need a weakened office of the presidency. We need a weakened Speaker of the House and Majority Leader. We need a new national infrastructure, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. We need a national service requirement for everyone. And then we need to pick up a language and respect others so that we can establish the first and most vital bond between all of us. We need to address the economy of an article and its clickbait corruption of all media. We need to stamp out socialism and fascism. We need honor among thieves. We need graceful victory and respectful defeat. We need to reinvigorate the American dream. And that starts with reinvigorated education and affordable college. We need to end usury. We need universal water care, universal food care, universal health care with an individual responsibility component. We need less pharmaceutical solutions and more natural remedies. We need more humility, more forgiveness, and more acknowledgement. And we definitely need more of each other to do all of these things to take back our government. And that was just like basically me telling him, dude, you gotta vote. So right now, buckle up for this public service announcement brought to you by the one and only Yellow Paint.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012, I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can, and everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke, I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own, ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name, I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just wanna keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't wanna see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the 3rd branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back. Grocery store food better, custody of your kids back. Homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the polls.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.